Compass FM, North Canterbury's community radio station on a Wednesday morning. At around this time, we always have a bit of a chat with Mayor Marty Black from the Hurunui district. Mari, how are you?
Oh, look, I'm very well, thank you, Kerry.
That's the way. She's a wee bit quiet and a wee bit tense around North Canterbury at the moment. How was it in Hurunui in particular?
Oh, look, I think there is a air of concern across our district at the moment, Kerry. You know, we're all wanting to get through these next few weeks as we anticipate, increasing concern with close contact or COVID positive in our district. But you know what I really want to say to people is, you know, take care and look after each other. You know, I think I said last week, you know, get a buddy system in case you need someone to pick up your groceries or your medication. You know, there are a bundle of protections we can have to support each other, but more importantly, let's reach out and look after each other from a human relationship perspective, because I think that air of tension is very apparent across households, communities, and of course across the district. So, you know, that would be my plea over the next few weeks as our endurance is tested properly.
Absolutely, and possibly for many of us for the first time in the last couple of years. It's she's a wee bit close to home, but I guess through experience from overseas and what we've seen work in the North Island, you know, we just sort of maybe not just hunker down, but certainly we all know what to do. We all know to mask, sanitise, boost when possible. So we've got many of us have got destiny in our own hands, haven't we? 100%.
Believe that we can get through this, and we can get through it with everybody's integrity intact, and that's my plea. You know, that we look at everything and keep it in context. You know,
absolutely. Be kind. If you can't be anything else, just be kind. Now, last week it was announced that there was a wee bit of a pause on Three Waters. Can you tell us how the Hurunui District Council responded to that particular announcement that it was being paused?
Look, it is something that the Hurunui District has always supported. To, you know, rushed policy or rushed legislation often does give perverse outcomes, and is that certainly not the desire that we as a district want to see from the proposed change. So taking time, pause, reflect, making certain that whatever changes come that bring betterment to our community does give us a chance to actually be influential in the desired outcome that we're all seeking. You know, and that is about drinking water that's safe for everybody to consume. You know, it is about having appropriate wastewater systems and discharge and, of course, managing stormwater. But we have to do it for the right reason. So having a pause, taking a little bit more time is pleasing, but we've still got a lot more work to do.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's wise to just hurry up and slow down.
Yeah. How right you are. That's correct.
Hurry up and slow down and calm down. Okay. Right. So that's wise advice, I think, is, you know, having things that were obviously very contentious. Having a chat to Dan Gordon yesterday, 60 of the 67 councils up and down the country were very, very much for a pause. And so he's hoping that something positive is going to come out of that. For the rest of the week, Mari, what does it look like for the Hurunui District Council?
Yes, look, last week we had our first operations committee meeting, which is chaired by Councillor Fiona Harris. That's always a really full agenda of all of the things that matter to people. But in particular, one of the items that we talked about last week was have got an update on our Three Waters stimulus program. Listeners will remember that we received $7.5 million to invest, I guess, in infrastructure assets, and so we've had a lot of projects either completed or near completion around delivery of water, some wastewater treatment, installation of pipes in Cheviot Township, Amberley wastewater, Markham Street in Amberley for delivery of water. You know, huge range of activities, and if people are interested, I suggest that they have a wee look at that agenda. It'll be on the website from last week. So it's great to see that our staff have we've achieved that marker in delivering that investment to our community to the tune of $7.5 million in a timely way. So that was exciting. But tomorrow we have our first full council meeting. That's a very full agenda. We've got several decision items and some information items, some community team update, tourism board update, so all of those monthly updates we get as well. So, looking forward to getting the team together, but we will be having a hybrid meeting, so some people will come in from home and some people will be in the room, and that's really just to balance the social distancing that we want to demonstrate to our community as well. So, that's tomorrow morning.
This is the new normal, isn't it?
Yeah, but aren't we lucky that we've got the technology that can enable us to have our councillors fully committed to their decision-making capacity as in their role as councillors, but be able to work from a remote location. So, we've got to be grateful for many things.
Absolutely. And let's be grateful for the fact that the Amberley Pool is going to be opening up on March 19. We'll obviously need to keep an eye out on that sort of thing and watch this space in regards to any celebrations for opening and that sort of thing. We'll keep in contact with you over that because we're planning on being there, and you and I are having a bombing competition apparently. So I don't know who suggested that. I think it was you, quietly off air. I think we'll see.
I'm not sure about this type of radio interview, Kerry.
Okay, Mary. Is it apologise and withdraw? Is that what the politicians say? I apologise and withdraw.
Look, I just think it is a fantastic thing to celebrate, and yes, I think we need to, do whatever we can to acknowledge the enormous work that people have put in to actually get to this pool to an opening state. And I hope the community from the 19th on, I think it's free swimming for a period, for this side of the season for the community. So, let's look forward with anticipation and say how grateful we should be that we've got the facility up and running.
Mayor of the Hurunui District, Murray, thanks so much for coming on to Compass FM. We'll catch up with you again next Wednesday. How does that sound?
My pleasure. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
Compass FM.